So it's minus 28 right now, and I don't have a working engine heater. I realized that yesterday when I tried to start this thing. The car just said no. So I've been blasting with this. But I have that. I had that running for, well, almost 2 hours now, so should start. Let's give this a try. Okay, so that worked. So the thing with this now is that the auxiliary heater is also broken in this. So I bought that thing in the summer, so this is the first trial in cold weather. So you can hear the auxiliary heater is trying to start. So that's just a simple diesel heater. So you can see it's starting to get a little smoky here. Check that. Well, let's go to the garage. It's rather cold out there. So we're down to minus 30 off the road here. So the thing now, when I don't have a working auxiliary heater or diesel heater, is that this car can't keep the heat up. So it's like driving in a popsicle. You can feel your feet for now, not much longer. But yeah, we're gonna need to fix that. I mean, this is just the beginning of the winter, so might be worth looking into. Listen to the clutch. Asking for help. So we're gonna start fault searching the electric heater that you plug in. So that's that thing. So it's a hose heater that warms up the coolant in the car. That might not be working, but I'm gonna unplug the cable and we're gonna measure if it got power to start with. Or we can also measure the resistance in that. So we can do that first. So we're gonna measure the ohms in that. Oh, we do have resistance. Okay, so we got 88 ohms. This ain't broken. So we're gonna plug that in to see if we got some voltage to the actual heater there. So this thing looks a little burnt here. Started to melt in the plastic here. Might be something going on inside this, but we're gonna see if it sends the voltage to that thing. So let's change that to AC. Okay, so we got power to this. So there's nothing wrong with the cable, or there's nothing wrong with the heater. It sends power through. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna plug that back in. So we're gonna plug this in, and I gotta leave it in. And we're gonna check with the heat camera. Oh, you can already see that it's starting to heat up. Well, that thing is working. So you do see on the camera that thing there. Oh, you can really feel how hot that thing is getting now. I mean, everything seems to be working. What's the problem here? Could it just been that the cable wasn't connected or something like that? So I left this on for 20 minutes now, and the hose is showing 85 degrees Celsius, so this is definitely working. I even have a inside heater. So that thing is not only connected to the engine, you usually also pull a cable inside. So you have this electric heater inside the cab to get that warm and toasty. So I do have one in this. Ooh, look at that. A snorkel and some sun cream. I don't think I'm gonna need this. Kind of frozen. Not this month at least. Let's go out check the garage with this. Well, that bright yellow doesn't mean that it's crazy leaking, but it means that there's where the leak is. You can see that yellow is -8 degrees. There we got some leak. It's -2, that yellow part. I mean, it's gonna be leak on the sides of something like this. Yeah, let's go check the snow. This is kind of cool, actually. This is the snowmobile track. So this just shows how good of an insulator the snow is. Look when I just walk in that. Okay, let's just walk in there and check the footsteps. You can see how it light up there. So what is it under the snow there? The yellow part is -20. It's like 10 degrees Celsius difference in the footsteps versus the top of the snow. At least the sun is coming up. I don't think it's gonna give much heat though. That thing is about to go down. It just shows itself right now and then it goes down again. So looking better at the contact here, you can see how it started to melt here. So there's a bad contact. So the wiring isn't really up to shape here. You can see some soot inside of this also. So we're gonna need to change this contact. These pins are, well, they are burnt and the inside of this is also burnt. So we're gonna need to change that. So we gotta get rid of that cable. So let's check the diesel heater. So that thing is sitting here, behind that thing. So the first thing we can check with this is why it's smoking so much. Is it that it doesn't get air, or is it that the exhaust can't get out that makes that stop? Why is this sinking? Oh, is this broken? Huh. So this is the exhaust pipe here. There's nothing in the way of that, because that is totally rusted through. Yeah, we might need to change this. Then we have the inlet of, that thing is up here. Let's see if we can get that loose. Okay, so this is not really a filter. You can see if I put the light here, you can see that it shines through. So this is just a straight pipe and there's some foam around this. So I don't think it's an air filter. It's more like a silencer. So it doesn't sound so much when sucking in air, probably. So that the heater seems to work now. Yeah, so now when the car senses that it's really cold outside, sending a signal to the auxiliary heater that is starting. And by the heat of the fumes, this thing is actually working. It could also be while driving that the wind of the speed is pressing in through the exhaust. Can it be that? Yeah, you can see the sun. The sun is starting to escape now. So the sun came there just above the horizon, and now it's going down again. So I got this. So we're gonna try changing that, seeing if it helps. That is too small. Oh, that fits. The more I started to think about that, the more realizing that it's kind of an obvious answer that, well, since the exhaust is coming from this, blowing out here, and if it's a hole here where the wind of the speed is coming in, it's gonna create a back pressure in this. This might well be the problem. Get this here. So this pipe is a little bit bigger, so I can't use the old hose clamps. It should go in very easy onto that. I'm better stuck there. So I've been driving with this for half an hour now, and you still feel like a popsicle in here. You don't really get that heat. So I get the cold factor. I mean, when you're driving kind of fast, everything cools off also rather fast. So it's minus 29 degrees Celsius right now, and I mean, sure, it's cold, but it's not that cold. It's one thing when it started to go beneath minus 35, 36. Well, I could buy the temperature inside the car then, but it's not supposed to be like it is right now. It's gonna also be the car's thermostat. But, well, we're gonna check that. Okay, so I'm on my way to the garage here. I got a delivery yesterday. I gonna need to get to the garage. Can't really have that hanging around here. So this is a lot of fabric, sewer pipe, and some culverts for a summer project. I just thought I ordered that, so I have it. A lot of months left for the coming summer. So I gotta go and get the skidster so I can, well, load that onto the truck, and we could at the same time plow this. I gotta need to insulate the house with the snow there also. And I gotta need some firewood, so let's go get that. So it's not that cold anymore. We're now down to, yeah, it's only minus 5. Okay, so I just went to get this. So this is a homemade reader for a diesel heater. Okay, so we're gonna connect this so we can run a diagnostic on the auxiliary heater, just seeing if everything works. Well, I mean, I got this thing, so kind of curious. The only problem is gonna be connecting this. Yeah, we're gonna need to go from under there, but you know what? I think let's leave this for later, since it's still light outside. I gotta go and load up the skidster and take that home so I can plow and, well, insulate my house with the snow I got there. So we can mess around with this later when it gets dark. Battery there. So I only got this 12 volt battery, but it might be enough to get it to work. So this thing starts kind of easily, so it might actually work with only one battery here. I gotta let it heat for a while, so I'll rip this. I'll get the skid steer. Seems like the heated mirror only works on that side. Doesn't do that on this side. Not the best thing to use, but only thing I found. Kind of breaking apart. So the heat in this is definitely working. It's like a sauna in here. It's got the old school Volvo heat. It's kind of that dry, explosive heat. There's no problem taking that out of the engine. This thing doesn't need an auxiliary heater. So I thought about taking this with me to the garage there, but I don't know. Doesn't matter if I leave it here. I got a lot of room here. I can just leave it for the coming summer, and when I need it I can go get it. So I didn't have a tarp at home, so I'm gonna use this fabric for now, just so it doesn't fill up with snow. Alright, so now the house is insulated. This is something I do every year here, since this is a old cabin, kinda badly insulated. That part is new though, but most people in the north in old houses insulate the same way, with snow. It's a really good insulator, and in the spring it just melts and run away, so it's not gonna damage the house. So the thing is that I pay more to heat this cabin than I do to heat my entire garage. So insulation is a really good thing. So yeah, I did find a proper tarp there. Already the same night, you can really feel the difference in the heat there, even though it hasn't been that cold. It's just a few minus right now. Yeah, so just when I was about to leave, the mailman came with a box. So this seems to be filled with candies. Gotta have a better look at that when we get to the garage. Alright, let's go through this box I got. Hi Matt, hope you enjoyed the sweets/chocolate. From Alex, Newcastle, UK. Let's see what we got. UK candy. This is like kilos of candies. Curly Whirls. I think I got in one of these actually from the store, from a play. Yeah, this is some good garage candies to have. These are actually really good. But yeah, thanks to Alex for sending me all of this. But let's get back to work now. Running some diagnostic on the diesel heater. This is just a normal car reader. Lining up. That is for a computer, and This green cable is for the diagnostic of the diesel heater, the V-bus. Yes, I did a little bit messing around with my previous Caddy with this. I do remember getting this cable connected was kind of tricky since everything is, well, as you already seen, stuck down there. Alright, so we're gonna connect that into this number 2, so that doesn't even have a contact. So we're gonna try squeezing something in there. So I got this hard cable I gotta try pushing in that hole. It is kind of hard feeling if it's actually in there, but I'll give it a test. So I've been trying here for a while getting this to start, but it's just trying. It doesn't happen. I even try messing around with this a little bit, but it doesn't work. So I gotta need to find another contact for this. So I never managed to get a contact with that heater and I had to go to work. So it's a few days later now. So this night we had, I think it was close to -35. So the insulation I put to my house there with the snow, that really helped. Without that it would have been, I don't even think the fireplace would have kept up the heat in that house. So yeah, but it's getting warmer now. It's only minus, well, it's -30 right now. So yeah, it's getting a little hotter at least. Oh, look at that. Even the Rangers are in power saving mode right now, trying to heat up like that. So we're gonna go and try, see if we can get some contact with the heater again. I know I got an old heater somewhere, so I gotta find that so I can use the same contact. So I just found my old diesel heater I had in one of my Caddies that I replaced. So why don't we just take a pin from that? Pull that out. So. Now we got the contact. Well, now we sure got contact there. There's no problem. Let's try connecting this now. Start diagnosis. Oh, now it works. All right, now we can see stuff here. So let's go look at operating data. Oh, here I can see. That thing has been running for 5,392 hours. Start count is 14,910 times. Well, that's kind of interesting. But let's do a fault search here. Well, it's, oh, okay, there we can see 4 faults. Yeah, there, view field. So I guess this fault here, the flame failure, is from, that is a fault that's happened when the exhaust was broken. So when you started to drive rather fast, it will put out the flame. I don't know, I gotta clear this fault. Let's do that. Faults, clear faults. Yes. Now the fault should be 0. But I mean, it's 100 hours since we got a fault, so since I fixed the exhaust, this thing is working. So let's start this heater. Well, let's test this. Let it run for a while, seeing how it works. Okay, so that is running. Something I want to see. So some fault I actually suspect in this is the thermostat. I think the thermostat is sitting here in this car. It's set to open at, I believe it's 87 degrees. So if this gets hot now, the thermostat is at fault. What if we look at that with the heat camera here? So you see that hose there? Well, you don't see all of it, but that thing is getting hot, meaning that the thermostat is at fault. So that is sending hot glycol through this. Okay, so I turned this off now. So now it's just going into cooling. It just went this thing and then it's gonna shut off in a while here. It's like when you turn the key in the car, it's the same thing. There you can see the temperature of the liquid, it's well 54. So you can see here how the heat spread. So it's not supposed to go there before it reaches above 87 degrees. So just a quick explanation how this works. When you start the engine is gonna go up in temperature. The coolant is gonna circulate in that and in the heat exchanger. The heat exchanger is meant for heating the inside of the cab. So you got a fan here blasting through this and it's gonna, well, you're gonna create hot air inside the car. And when the coolant reaches around 87 degrees Celsius, the thermostat is gonna open, it's gonna send the coolant through the radiator. That thing is gonna cool off the liquid and it's gonna be sent back to the engine so the engine can keep a consistent temperature of around 90 degrees. So the best working temperature for an engine, I believe that's around 90 degrees Celsius. It's gonna run most effective at that temperature. So what happened now is that the thermostat is constantly open. The engine can't keep the heat up. So the engine is gonna run less effective and the heat exchanger is not gonna get hot enough to heat the inside of the cab, since the radiator is cooling that liquid too fast. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna change this thermostat so that thing works. When I start the engine, that is gonna be closed off. So the thing with modern engines like this is that they run too effective. So the waste heat created by these are not enough in cold climates to heat the inside of the car. So that's why newer cars have something called auxiliary heater. So when you start the car and it's minus 30 like it is right now, the engine is gonna tell the auxiliary heater that it's really cold, I'm freezing. So that thing is gonna start and producing heat, sending that to the engine. If it is right now, the thermostat is constantly open, means that the auxiliary heater is constantly working, trying to get this up to temperature, meaning that it's gonna require more fuel. It's not really that much though. I think an auxiliary heater running at full blast is like 0.6 liters per hour. But yeah, this is working, so this is boosting the engine. Even though the thermostat is broken, I'm still getting heat to the cab. All right, let's go get a new thermostat and fix this. All right, so the cold is creeping in again. So it's minus 36. Yeah, well, the car is still hot since it's been inside the garage, but I'm guessing the temperature is gonna sink rather fast inside this now. It's not that cold inside the car yet, but you can see it's starting to get a little frosty here. So something you don't want to do in temperatures like this is open the window and stick your hand up. It's like oh. So here are one of the Rangers. Well, one is sleeping there, the other one is walking around in a circle. It must be hard being an animal, being outside in these kind of temperatures. Oh, I really need to go inside and make a fire. So, I mean, this is maxed out and you can feel the air coming. I mean, it's still warm, but it's not even close to what it should be. So this is the heat pump I have here. That thing is trying its best, but that thing is not generating heat in these temperatures. It's trying, but it tries for nothing. So that is generating heat from air. Compared to my heat pump I got in the garage. That is generating heat from the sea. So there's a big difference. The heat pump in the garage doesn't care about the ambient temperature in the air. As long as the lake isn't frozen. Alright, so me and the missus just booked a trip to Budapest. We're going in a few hours here. I'm gonna give the birds a little food here, so they gotta last. So it's just over the weekend. It's kind of 50-50% chance we're gonna make that flight. First we're going to Stockholm, and then we're going to from Stockholm to Budapest. But yeah, we might not make that flight. The connection are rather short, and there's a lot of delays right now. Yeah, that heat is running. So I thought, why not go there? Search for a thermostat for this car. Can do like a quest, going to Budapest, searching for a thermostat. I'm not even sure if they have that. Yeah, they should have a Cadillac there. And some auto parts store. I mean, it's faster just going there, buying one, than ordering one at home. So yeah, let's go there. I guess you can join there. This has been plugged in for 2.5 hours now, so. Oh yeah, this is hot inside. It did sound a little tired, but we're taking this car since it has a working thermostat for now.
Avdelningen anser att året publiken genomförde Budapest förslag att filma med enklare handhållna 16 mm kamera.
We're good, apparently.
Csomagtarolókat óvatosan nyissák ki, mert bármi késő és sérülést okozza.
Då kan du köpa den. Du kan äta dem. Käka den.
Jaha, det visste inte jag. Nej,
you're
alltså
smoked.
så nära.
Yes, fight.
Är det du eller jag?
Men,
Är du?
börjar servera pilsner plötsligt. Jag trodde det var vi skulle fighta så här. Det börjar servera pilsner bara. Vad hände här? Det här var inte Mortal Kombat. Här har du en. Här har du en. Ja, men servitris plötsligt. Oj, han hade bråttom.
Nu är han sur.
Ja, men kolla, han ger ju cash till mig. Måste jag hämta pengarna. Oj. Yeah, so the missus didn't want to go searching for a thermostat while here, so she went to a shopping mall instead. But let's go see if we can find that. So I did put out a question on Instagram and got a tip where I could go. Let's go try that, see if we find something. How does this work? I download the app and now I'm kind of lost. I got... I can go with this, I guess.
Moment, please. No. If you want to buy the ticket, you have a ticket.
Yeah.
Yes. Only touch there, and it's fair. Very simple.
Thank you. Well, I did have the ticket though. Hey, where's my journey? Oh, there it is. Yeah, so I'm not sure where I'm... I don't even know where I am. Is this where I am right now? That. And I need to go to...
Yes, alright.
Well, I'm not sure. Let's just go the blue line. Feels like this is the right direction. I'm not sure. I got a hunch. Oh, Kiss Pest. That's our destination. No. Going there. And we're gonna jump off at Schwemmelweis Klinkklak. Yes, sounds correct.
A Semmelweis klinikák állomás következik.
Yeah, now we're going to Semmelweis. Or what that guy said. Right, so we're going to something called that. Oh. How am I supposed to find that? Oh, there's a lot of stops. I don't know. Let's just head up and see what we found there. Right, so we got number B there on the wall. So I got going up here. Now we're in the Golgotha there. 4-minute walk. 266 meters. I think that's my destination here. Hello, birdies. I don't know what that sign on the door says, but it's probably something with "don't go in here." Let's do a translate on that. Shopping center in the courtyard. Well, seems to go that way. I believe this is the courtyard. Is this the entrance? Oh, there it is. It was hiding all the time. I'm searching for this thermostat.
Thermostat.
Ja, és itt a cikkszáma is.
Hát akkor
Tökéletes.
no problém.
Nem kell, Domi, köszi, Domi.
Köszi, Domi. Reméljük egyszer neked is szükséged lesz.
Thank you. Alright, so now we got ourselves a thermostat. That thing was 13,614. I have no idea how much that is in euro. Now we gotta get a heated car. Got a long way going to get this, but I mean it's faster than ordering that. Just going here, get this thing. If I would have ordered that, so I gotta be home mounting this before it would arrive if I ordered that. So now what? What are we going to do now? I wonder if they sell kebab pizzas here. Well, I do know they sell kebab, but I'm not sure if they put that on pizza. I think that's mainly a Swedish thing. So maybe we should go and find the missus and try to find some kind of something to eat here. Now we're just gonna meet up with the missus. She will be here, I guess. I think I'm in the right place. Do you know if they sell kebab pizzas here?
Kebab pizzas?
Yeah, a real pizza with kebab meat on. It's a thing in Sweden. I haven't never seen that here.
It's a very nice question. If you give me 1 minute, I call my wife and I speak. No, she loves pizza. I mean, for the pizza is okay, but I don't really.
Yeah.
But I can ask my wife.
Yeah, ask your wife.
A pizzázó itt Pesten, ahol kebabbal, tehát kebabos pizza.
A kebabos?
A gyroszos, igen. Yeah. So, she couldn't find the kebab one, but there is a lot. The gyro, you know the gyros.
Yeah.
There's a lot of. You love the.
Yeah, kebab pizza is a really big thing in Sweden.
Really?
Yeah, it's like a normal pizza.
Do you know the real Italian would kill you if they hear this like this one. Kebab pizza is like very cool.
Yeah, that's true. Hungarian, oh, that's langs. We don't want langs. Langosh. That's just fried bread. No kebab. It's for winter here now. Go for dessert. Oh. Alright, so it's day 2 now. Did get a little snow yesterday here. So they do have a lot of thermal spas here in this city, so we gotta go and check that out. Yeah, so you check in the garage, so it's up to temperature. So it's minus 31 there. Inside we got 13.5.
Det här kommer att hitta mig resten av dagen.
red arrow pointing, we're going straight that way. Up we go.
Men Mattias, ratten går inte riktigt att svänga.
Normal day driving to work.
Okay, that's it.
Thank you. The one with cream and Nutella.
Sì, con insulate.
If you want, I can put the that.
Alright, so I'm back home again. It's 7 in the morning and it's minus 39.5. I think we're gonna pass over to minus 40. And well, let me tell you, this car is so cold right now. Yeah, so the air coming out now it's barely on the plus side. So we're gonna go fix that. I just gotta go to the store, buy some glycol so we can fill the system after we change the thermostat. And then we're gonna go do that. Oh, look at that. Now it's minus 40. So minus 40 Celsius is the same in Fahrenheit. So that's where the two meets. Let's see here. I'm gonna need the red one. Look at my soda. I brought this from home. So this was room temperature when I put it in the car. It's been laying on the floor. So it went from home. So. So I didn't only buy the glycol in the store. I also bought this. So this is for a heating cable. We're gonna put down there. So I've been using the old cable. I mean, it's a little bit sparky when you when you put it in, but so I got a new one for that. I'm gonna install. But we're gonna start with this thermostat. So yeah, that thing is leaking. I think it's supposed to leak where it's leaking right now. See if we can get that out. So these were the stuff inside there. So you can see here how it's been, well, there's holes straight through here. Must have been sitting like. So this must have been sitting like this. I'm not sure why though. Alright, and this was just the seal. for that, but well, so let's see. Yeah, so this is the new one. We got a seal. We don't have this thing, probably not needed. Size wise they are, seems to be the same length, and yeah, looks to be the same size, even though the inner side of this looks way bigger than this. This looks really small. Put that back here. So it's gonna mix this 50-50. This is pure water. So when the thermostat is gonna open now, the hose for that is also gonna fill. So this is gonna go down. So I'm gonna check it after driving for some while. It's gonna go down still. Okay, so let's change this thing. So that is sitting. So that is coming up, going here, and going there. We can take this loose to see that better. Same on that side. Where's that? Oh, it's screwed in place there. So that thing is split here, so we're just gonna pull that out. Just pull that out. Yeah, so this is just a ground cable here. Let's take that off. That. So where are we gonna put that? So I'm not gonna put it in the same place as it was before. What if we put it a little bit higher? I think I'm gonna install the new one somewhere up here. So my scenario is often that I had to drive through some snow pile or something like that. And this thing will always ice up when it's down here. And the other thing is that usually when you want to connect this, it's dark. So you sit here with your back like this. Usually when it's really late and you just got home and you're frozen and you just want to go to sleep, you will sit like this, try to find this thing is frozen, and getting the cable correctly in this, it's not really easy seeing that when it's dark. You kind of fibble around here and it's ice up. So let's not do that. So I gotta install this in a higher place. So I usually don't drive through snow piles that. Oh yeah, we gotta put this first. So we're gonna use this one. Which way is the correct? Do we want? Yeah, maybe like that. So that's gonna sit like that, and we're gonna. So this is not sitting, it's sitting weird when sitting here. Sticking out a little bit too much. It's just looking weird. Not that I really care, but I mean we can put some effort in this still. I'm gonna see if I can put it here. So I'm gonna need to drill a hole here. And the only drill I have are these hole drills. Meant for the magnetic drill. So we're gonna need to improvise here. I can't fit these on my ordinary machine. So we're gonna put them on here. Yeah, so this light is actually going in. It's going in like here. So this is the only place right there where I can put that. So we're gonna do that. Oh, let's see now. We got no magnet. We don't need that. You know, I think it's best drilling a little steering hole here so that thing doesn't start dancing. So, that was true. Yeah, so this thing got a little blob there, so we're gonna make a mark for that here, just so it doesn't rotate inside the hole. So this thing is going on the back side there for screwing this in place. So might as well put that straight away. Oh, all right, so I almost forgot about that, but you see these little knobs here on the side. So if you're mounting this upright like this, you're supposed to take that little knob away. So you get a hole here. So now we got a hole there. So the reason for that is so now when it's mounted like this and it's getting milder outside, you can get water inside of here, and then it gets cold and that thing freezes. There, since it's kind of leaning the wrong way, what it's supposed to be. So now the water can pour out from the little hole there instead. Right, so that is sitting there now. We've got a lot of cable now. So put that here. Okay, it's sitting there. Alright, so it feels good that I can get rid of this finally. All the burnt. So I got a new one at home, a new cable, so I'm also gonna get rid of this cable. Well, it's gonna sit like that. So now when you come, you can easily just lift that. You don't have to bend over trying to search for that. Now you just put it there and... Okay, maybe I'm making it worse than it actually is, but yeah, you get the picture. Alright, so if you wonder how a thing like this works, we can throw some heat on that, but this little pipe here inside is filled with wax. So when the wax melts, that thing is gonna expand, pushing that little pin that sits here upwards and opening the hole like that. Let's throw some heat on this and you will see yourself. Oh yeah, now you can see. Now you can clearly see how that thing is getting pushed up. And the spring is completely compressed. So, as it is right now, the coolant can go straight through this thermostat. As long as the coolant is above 87 degrees. That wax will be kept melted. When I'm driving and the coolant is cooling off, and it's getting below 87 degrees, this thing is gonna start to harden the wax again. Yeah, we can, and now it's starting to. So now you can see how that thing is going back. So as it is right now, the coolant can't go through this anymore. So now it's gonna heat the engine and the heat exchanger, giving you some comfy air inside the cab there, instead of cooling that off, like it's been doing. So the heat right now, it's like day and night in comparison. I feel like, so it's like holding your hand in front of a hair dryer right now. Oh, this thing is really comfy now. Yes, I even need to turn the heat down a little bit now. It's too hot. So that's a good sign. So this works. Really, really good. Okay, so we're down to minus 42.5. Yeah, I kind of wanted to go to 50. It would be cool feeling that. I think the coldest it's been here is around minus 48. It's never crossed the 50 line, as far as I know. I remember when I was a kid, when we had that, it was minus 48. If it was that, around that anyway. So my father was picking me up from school in an old Ford. That thing had metal handles to open the door. I still remember how much that burned in my fingers. I didn't have any gloves on, so I just thought, why do I need gloves? I just gotta jump in that car. So yeah, that memory is still in my mind. How much it burnt in the fingers touching metal. At least when it got kind of warm fingers and going to the ice cold metal. Oh, it's so nice. So nice feeling the heat here. So many people, when they got thermostat issues, is that they just put cardboard in front of the grill there to keep the airflow from going into the radiator, but I mean it works, but it doesn't really fix the problem. I guess you could kind of put cardboard even though in this kind of cold to avoid any air circulating inside there, but it works. It works good as it is. Oh, look at that, minus 44, only 6 degrees more. A little hotter here, it's just 42. So yeah, I really need to make a fire in my home here.